Don't wake people up too fast. These two things I want to say in this video is going to make your home and your relationship much better and much happier. Don't wake people up too fast. When people are sleeping, don't just shout at them. They don't wake people up with voice. You don't use your voice to wake people up. Alright? You use your hands. You touch the sleeping person. See how I'm touching myself? That's the way you touch the sleeping person. As you're touching them, you apply a little pressure if it's on the hand. Alright? Just hold the hand, touch, the person will wake up. And when the person wakes up, you start talking to the person. Even if they are oversleeping, right? Somebody's supposed to wake up by 8 a.m. and by 8:30 they are still sleeping. You don't start shouting at them. You don't pour water on them. You don't flog them while they're sleeping. You don't do that. These things introduce trauma. And some people never mentally recover from it. Ever. Even when they are 70s, if they still remember that period they were with you, it's going to look like horror to them. And sleep becomes a challenge to them. They cannot sleep with their... You're supposed to rest your mind when you are sleeping, but such a person is never able to rest their mind again. Even doing that to somebody once, like pouring water to the sleeping person once, can ruin their sleep for life. So if you have kids, spouse at home and so on, don't wake them up by force. Always touch. If the person is in really deep sleep, alright, you can pinch. Gentle pinching until the person wakes up. If you want to implement any disciplinary actions, it should be after the person has woken up. Then you can go ahead. Maybe you can shout at the person or whatever you want to do. Let the person wake up gently, the way they went to sleep. Always make sure that people that go to sleep, the way they went to sleep gently, that's the way they should wake up. This is the best thing ever. Secondly, about sleep, if it's not important, don't wake the person up. When people are trying to sleep, they're trying to rest their brain, they're trying to reset and get refreshed for the next day. If it's not important, see, when I live with people, I usually tell them, unless the house is on fire, don't wake me up. You get what I'm saying? To tell them the severity. Unless the house is burning, that I need to wake up and escape, don't wake me up. Allow me to complete my sleep. I don't give a damn. You understand? I don't care about the phone call. My phone is ringing. Don't wake me up. Leave it to ring. In the olden days, there were no phones and people were able to sleep. You understand? If that call was important to me, I would have been expecting it. I would have put the phone under my pillow. Which is wrong, because of EMF. But you get what I'm saying? Don't wake me up unless the house is on fire. So don't wake people up anyhow because there's a movie that's playing, you go and wake them up and so on. No, let them sleep. Let them complete their sleep. If it's an adult, if it's a child, there might be specific circumstances, like a child who went to sleep without eating, But as an adult, leave the person to wake up. When they wake up, they will go to the kitchen and look for food. Don't wake people up if it's not important. Because once you wake somebody up, you have disrupted their day. Adults need to get at least 5 to 6 hours uninterrupted sleep. You close your eyes, you wake up after 5 hours uninterrupted per day, minimum. Most adults get up to 7 to 8 hours a day to feel normal. Our bodies work differently though. There are some people that need only 4 hours. So, but at the end of the day, don't just disrupt people's entire day or entire week by suddenly waking them up for something useless. Don't wake me up. Lastly, if there's any condition, which I don't pray you ever experience, if there's any situation ever that you feel like you want to sleep, but if you sleep, you're not going to wake up, don't sleep. There are specific examples. For instance, if somebody is stabbed and they are bleeding, after some time of bleeding, if they stabbed you, you'll be feeling like you need to sleep. You need to catch some sleep. But your mind will be warning you that this sleep is your last sleep. Don't sleep, Omo. If you don't know what to do, start singing. Recite ABCD. Recite 1, 2, 3. That's after you've done the first aid, which is block the point of bleeding. You need to lie down on the side where you are bleeding so that the blood will not be flowing out. Another one that has happened to me personally was I was in another country and it was so cold around 11 p.m. at night. I wanted to sleep. The bed was so strong because of the cold. The bed was frozen. And as I was about to sleep, my mind was telling me that, look, you may not wake up in the morning. This sleep you are going like this. Once you don't close eye, you may not wake up. It was so cold, my mind was actually, I was feeling that death was near. Knowing this secret, I jumped up immediately and started looking for alternative. You know, what eventually saved me was that the hot water bath in the bathroom. You understand? I discovered that the bathroom has a hot water setting. That was when I set it to hot water, and then I sipped into the bath, and that was how I restored my body temperature. Otherwise, I don't go. If you wake up in the morning and realize that person don't go overnight, they'll say he died peacefully in this. Don't be peacefully, I could kill me. Which one is peacefully in sleep? So if you are sick in the hospital now, or somewhere you know that, and your mind is telling you one certain night that if you go down like this, you know we'll wake up. Don't go down. Look for alternative. Look for solution. Find something. Sit down. Instead of lying down, do something that will make sure that you don't sleep that night until you get what you're looking for. Because our minds are very powerful. They can predict a lot of things. Then most dreams are inspired by either something you ate a day or two before you had the dream, or a trauma you're experiencing. For instance, if you're going through a bitter divorce, bitter heartbreak, loss of someone close, maybe father, mother, uncle, sister died, your body will be traumatized and you'll be seeing dreams. And these dreams are usually a sign of PTSD. You're undergoing PTSD, so it will be making you to wake up at night sweating and so on, having irregular sleep. It's because of trauma. It's not spirit you are seeing, because you'll be seeing the person that is dead in your dream. It's not ghost, it's not spirit. Anything you are seeing there is irrelevant. Some people will use the information they got from the ghost in their dream and try to think it's real. Because the person that died might show up in your dream and tell you that it's your uncle, or your auntie, or your cousin that killed me, or your cousin killed me. Go and avenge. You wake up, you think it's true. No, it's your mind messing you up. It happens to soldiers. There are two kinds of soldiers, the ones that have been to war and the ones that haven't. The ones that haven't been to war, they don't understand what's up. The ones that have actually been to the battlefield and back, they are totally different. If you look at their eyes are dead. See how my eyes are living like this? Anybody that has unalived somebody, the eyes are dead. They don't have emotions in their eyes. Trauma after trauma, every night. PTSD. Some of them carry it even during the day. If they hear an explosion, they go crazy. You understand? Any small explosion like this or sound that looks like gun sound, the guy will be crazy for the next 2 days. I'm telling you. So if something is happening and you're having a lot of dreams, go and check where the trauma is coming from. You understand? And the only solution to that is eat well, eat enough proteins, because this trauma is caused by a protein disruption in your intestine. Once the proteins that enable you to have good sleep, if they are disrupted, you will start having bad dreams. So you eat well, eat protein food that is rich in protein. I'm talking about eggs, meat, and so on, milk. These are the things that will help you to replenish your body. Secondly, you exercise. Thirdly, you meditate. In your meditation, imagine that you are sleeping well without those dreams. With proper guidance like this, you will be able to recover in 3 to 6 months. People that have not experienced it cannot relate. If you have not experienced PTSD, you cannot relate. So this particular section of this video is not for you. If you are having your sleep and you see some emergency inside your dream, like a fire is burning, try and wake up. It could be that the fire is burning in real life. For instance, if you left your oven on or your gas cooker on and you went to sleep, and inside the sleep, the thing has started burning in your kitchen, and you're perceiving it, it will turn to dream in your dream world. So if you see anything that is on in your dream and you can wake up, remember this, try and wake up and cross-check. If you notice any problem in your dream, let's say in your dream somebody tried to poison you, don't ignore it though. The human brain is powerful. Maybe during the day your brain picked that this person doesn't like you. When you are dreaming, it's now making it look like the person wants to poison you. In real life, you have to be careful of that person. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If you dream that something is wrong with your car, when you wake up, go and check the car. Your brain is powerful. It's picking signals that you can't make sense of during the day. But at night, all those things will mix as a dream. So don't just overlook your dreams. Some people's dreams are more clearer than others. So they think it's some spiritual thing. No, it's just the way the human brain works. Make sure you follow me for more part 2, or click this and drop a comment and share.